Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Rusty McCranie and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we're already seeing impactful and then severe weather likely to develop today with a wide scale high impact severe weather event in the next couple of days for the central and the eastern United States. There's going to be a lot of active weather across the entire country. Let's get into what's happening right now. This area of low pressure in Kansas is a monster. A lot of instability with it, just a lot in the way of some juice. Northern side of that's some snow for Nebraska. You can see even some thunderstorm activity kind of on the eastern side of that. The warm, moisture-laden air from the warm sector of this storm system streaming up I-35 through Texas and Oklahoma and into Kansas, and the clashing of those two very different air masses will produce severe weather deeper into today. The slight risk, two different areas from southwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area into the Metroplex there, and then from Oklahoma City towards Wichita and up towards Kansas City, Missouri. Around that, you have your green marginal risk for severe storms. It's just going to be a very active day for the heart of the country. And again, all modes of severe weather is possible here. We could actually get some tornadoes to develop. We could also get some winds of over 60 miles an hour and some inch-sized hail. You can see, again, it's a very potent area of low pressure. This is going to be a catalyst for the severe weather to continue to march off towards the east in the next couple of days. We also have thunderstorms right now along the northern Gulf Coast states towards New Orleans, kind of creeping in towards portions of Mississippi and Alabama. These are not severe, but you can follow the moisture train all the way into the upper Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and then back into the Northeast, where temperatures here are actually warm enough in most spots where we actually do have rain, although it will turn into some ice in upstate New York and portions of New England. Speaking of ice, they could also see that for the UP of Michigan towards the northern sides of Minnesota and Wisconsin as well. It's been a lovely day in Florida. Some of the rain is beginning to work its way into other portions of the southeast, and we still have our very impactful storm system coming along the Pacific Northwest coast. Now, at this point in time, the rain has calmed down a little bit along the immediate coastline towards Washington and Oregon, but when I throw on our enhanced satellite imagery here, you can clearly see, I'm going to put this into motion, there is another storm system sitting off of the California coast. That one is going to have very significant impacts for the West Coast. So we've got our severe weather that's going to be developing here in the central and the eastern U.S., but then you have another storm system out west as well. Now, again, on the north side of this low, we have winter storm advisories and winter storm warnings in pink. Again, for portions of Wisconsin into the UP of Michigan, and then ice storm warnings in those purples for those same areas back into New England. Big time fire threat through portions of Texas and New Mexico as well. Tomorrow's the big story, friends. Take a look at this risk of severe weather from the SPC. A huge enhanced risk of 3 out of 5 on the scale, about the same as yesterday from the western sides of Ohio all the way back down towards northern Louisiana, Indianapolis, St. Louis, Louisville, Memphis, Nashville, Little Rock, all included in this enhanced risk. This is going to be a high-end event. All modes of severe weather are likely with this, including strong, long-track tornadoes, hail over 2 inches in size, and winds of over 70 miles an hour. When we look not at the categorical risk, but just at the significant tornado risk, this is the area we really have to monitor for those EF2 to EF5 tornadoes. And unfortunately, some of those could actually develop during the evening and the overnight hours. We could have nocturnal high-end tornadoes. Then 3 days from now, or if you will, today is day 1, 2 days from now would be day 3, which is this from New Orleans all the way up to the eastern seaboard, including New York City, Philadelphia, DC, Baltimore, places like that. We have that slight risk of severe storms. I do want to also point out that for tomorrow, if you live along the east coast of Florida, there's a little marginal risk here because some of the storms ahead of the main line could be quite potent as well. So let's get into the model. I'm going to show you the HRRR model, their high resolution rapid refresh. And thank you guys for taking a quick second to like this video and subscribing. Really helps out the channel. All right, you can clearly see what this storm system is going to do. The low is going to track into the upper Midwest. It's going to pull enough colder air to turn into a swath of very heavy snow for Minnesota, Wisconsin, portions of Michigan, and eventually into New England. Everything else is on the warm sector of this, and this is where we're going to get our severe weather. Again, developing throughout the afternoon hours tomorrow, overnight and into early on Monday morning as well. So these storms are going to be nasty. And again, this is 8 a.m. And look how these storms could be lining up from Ohio, all the way back to Kentucky and Tennessee and portions of Alabama and Mississippi. And again, west of that throughout the day, we could see some discrete storms producing the opportunity for some long track tornadoes. You also have your Pacific storm that'll be moving inland as well. This is going to have impacts. Look at that spiral. A lot of heavy rain, some mountain snow there as well. So in the big perspective here, first of all, the rain totals are going to be very significant. A lot of 3 to 6 inch totals with the opportunity for some severe storms. And then the snow totals, again, could be banding up to be more than 8 to 12 inches of snow in the areas that I mentioned where that's going to fall. But the big story, again, will continue to be the modes of severe weather. That's going to be 3 days from now. And then for tomorrow, that's the opportunity. Please, if you live in these areas, make sure that you stay weather aware. Friends, I am out of time. Appreciate you again liking and subscribing, commenting as well. It all helps out the channel. Have a great rest of your day. And I'm back tomorrow with your latest.